Hi everyone, welcome to the podcast. This is episode something or other, I have no idea what, but you're very welcome. My name is Emma and I'm here to talk about knitting, what I'm making and that sort of thing. I am sitting here in my dye garden. I'm outside tonight. There's no wind, hopefully, fingers crossed none comes, and it's just really pleasant. It's finally heated up a wee bit here, so I'm in the short sleeves outside and it's probably about 9 o'clock right now, I think. So I haven't got loads of stuff to show you, but I do have a few things. Behind me the dye garden is growing well. It's coming on really well, and there's raised beds here as well. If you don't know, I'm a natural dyer and I have started a dye garden this year. But anyway, enough about that. I am going to show you what I've been making. So the first thing that I have to show you that I have made some progress on, I think since last time, is the cloud sweater by Petite knit. I am knitting this as a gift for my mother-in-law, who asked me for a jumper a while ago, and I remember I had some Rowan Kid Silk Haze, hope I got that right, in my stash. So I thought, I knew she would really like this colour, so I thought, yeah, I'm just gonna go with this. And to make it the right gauge, I had to purchase some knitting for olive soft silk mohair, I think they call it. So these are the two colours, and marl together they make this beautiful colour. So I'm most of the way done with the body, so I'd say another few weeks we'll finish this. I can't remember where I was last time, but basically this is one of these patterns that you start on the upper back. I love these patterns. There's a really nice shoulder detail here, which I thought was nice, and the shaping was just really nice and very enjoyable to knit, to be honest. The pattern's by Petite knit, in case you didn't know, and I kind of like to keep it for myself. It's not, as I said before, it's not my normal type of yarn, but it's been in my stash for a long time and there's a bit of a story attached to it, so I think my mother-in-law will really like it. I've got a little stitch marker here by Chapel View Crafts. Crafts. It's a little carrot, and yeah, so I'd say another 2.5 weeks and I'll have this finished pretty much. I suppose I should say what I'm wearing, shouldn't I? Although I'm sure you all know. This is the Albers tank by Clare Mountain, and I knitted it, I'll stand up and show it to you. I knitted it in my Galway yarn, which was in my shop. Well, it's still a little bit of it left in my shop. I completed this. This was kind of a test knit, and I completed it for the end of the test knit period. And the colours I used was coral and cornflower and Port Braden. So that's what I knitted this in. The Galway yarn's it's Ireland's native breed of sheep, and I had it spun at sport weight gauge. It's very prickly, so if you don't like that, then it might not be for you. But it has a fascinating history and well worth reading up about. So I knitted this to have it as a sample, a wearable sample for this yarn that I got spun. So really enjoying this, wearing this, and yeah, I wouldn't normally recommend wearing it next to skin. I'm quite I can wear most things next to my skin, especially if it's looser, So I'm just kind of wearing this for the podcast though, don't be fooled. Wear a t-shirt below your Galway yarn. The next thing I have, actually I might have shown this in the last episode, but I don't think I've made really any progress. I haven't had much time. I've been in the garden every night. So what a fun colour, huh? This is the Stalk and Pip Beret by Ailbiona, and I am holding the yarn double. This is my second one of these. Oh, I'm a wee bit tangled up here. Sorry everybody. I knitted one of my Swarbles in blue textile and I wore it so much. It was definitely my most worn hat last winter. So I just thought, yeah, I should knit another one. One in every colour, please. That would be great. Now I'm even more tangled. You think I'd be good at taking knots out? Well, I generally am good at taking knots out. Being a yarn dyer, you have to deal with all sorts of messes sometimes. Anyway, you get the drift of it. So you cast on at the stalk and then you're increasing out. So this will, you can get the gist of how this will look. And I'm knitting this in my Causeway yarn, which I had a random skein of this colourway. So if anyone asks me for this, I don't have any more. I just had this one random skein. That's why I took it for myself. And I'm kind of on a mission to add more colour to my wardrobe. So this is what this all is. So yeah, my Causeway yarn is Teeswater and Oxford Down, and it's from a flock of sheep that are like 6 or 7 minutes away from my studio, which is so cool. And it was spun in England. So it's a lovely yarn and I get it once a year, and then after that, then that's it, gone until the next year. So what I'm doing with this, because gauge isn't the most important thing in this project, because you can stop knitting whenever you want, I'm holding it double, which is what I did with my last one. Just makes it go really fast, and I just have my stitch markers in for the increases. I don't think I have that many more rounds to do until I'm finished with the increases, and then I think you maybe knit just general knit for a while. I've got a little stitch marker. I had these in the shop a while ago from the Clivey Pottery, but they are no more, unfortunately. But I still really enjoy using the stitch marker. And I'm knitting this. Oh yes, I was going to start telling you all what size of needle I'm knitting stuff on, because sometimes I take my knitting needles out of projects and then I totally forget what size they were, which is so silly. So this is on a 4mm needle, held double, so I'm probably getting like an iron weight gauge-ish. And my cloud sweater, I'm knitting it on a 4.5mm needle. This is the thing about me, I'm a very loose knitter. So this here, I think I was pretty close on gauge with this actually. I think I went down a size because I didn't think my mother-in-law would like as much ease as the pattern suggested, so I went down a size. This Ailbiona, the pattern's by Ailbiona McLaughlin. She is very flexible in her pattern writing, I would say. So she very often, for garments at least, gives you options for like a, say you're supposed to have a 15 stitch gauge. If yours is 14, she'll say what to do to make it right. Or if it's like 16, she'll say use like a bigger needle size and knit this size so that you can achieve the right size for you, which is so good. And yeah, so this will be a little in-between project. I think I went on a, well, felt like I went on a big blast of like casting things on for a while, and I feel like I could do it again now. because I finished quite a few projects like this one. This was my only project for like a couple of months, and I was just kind of like ready for something else. Lots of things. Something that I dream of knitting is I think it's called the honeycomb bag by Petite knit. I think it's a really cool design and it would look really good in my Galway yarn, and it's such a cute little accessory, and you could use it to keep your knitting in, or you could use it to, if you're the type of person that goes out somewhere, then you could use it for that. My stage of life is not going out. So my third project is the Vilma Top by Gregoria Fibres. Let me see if I can get this. Here we go. So here we are. I am knitting this using a new yarn coming to my shop later in the year. It's newish, I should say. It's not 100% completely new, because I had it before in the shop and I named it Natural Sock DK because it's the same BFL Cheviot blend of my natural sock yarn, but it's not actually suitable for socks, so I renamed it Natural DK. I haven't had it in the shop for, it must be at least 4 years, and it's a lovely yarn. It's a really nice round soft yarn, quite voluminous. And it's sourced and spun in the UK. It's worsted spun. The Causeway yarn is woolen spun. The Galway yarn was woolen spun. So quite different in texture. So this is actually a little tank top, and the pattern is by Gregoria Fibres. And I have cast this on like 4 times now because I kept making mistakes. So the first time it's a provisional cast on, but you have to do it like with a crochet hook. So the first time I didn't read that and just cast on the 200 and whatever stitches. Then it turns out that didn't matter anyway, because my gauge was so off between my swatch and actually casting it on that I had to redo it all again anyway. Go down 0.75 of a needle size and knit the smallest size so that I could achieve gauge. As I said before, I am a loose knitter, so that is that. It's been a long time since I've knitted anything with lace. Probably the last time was when I designed my Ferny corner shawl, possibly, and I knit the sample for that. That was probably the last time actually. It's not something I do so much of now, but I actually really enjoy it, and it's very intuitive. So it has these little eyelet columns, and then it has this little motif in the middle, which is really pretty. This is the yarn, and oh, going out a little bit. And I am just knitting it in the undyed sheepy colorway, and it's really nice. I'm really enjoying working on it, and it's going to be so nice when it's finished. So I have plans as well to knit something else. Let me just go get it. I dyed this in my studio. I'm so proud of it. It's such a good red. It took 3 over dyes to get this colour, so I'm really pleased. And this is the Natural DK again, and I'm trying to come up with some new labels for it. Looks so good in the evening light. So I'm going to get my husband maybe to draw something. I'm not 100% sure, but it's 200 meters per 100 grams. So I think I can use it for the Esther sweater by Petite knit. And I seen a red one a while ago and I thought it looks so good. So I think I have dyed 10 of these skeins, so that's what I'm going to use them for. So I'm really excited about that. I would also like to cast on maybe a blanket, possibly. I think I would like to cast on the jelly roll blanket, although I was going to use my minis that I have in the studio, but I just hung them up today and they look so pretty, so I kind of want to keep them there and maybe dye up some more for myself. Maybe in this yarn would be so nice. So yeah, apart from that, what's my knitting plans? let me check my book. I don't think I had any major knitting plans, apart from maybe the honeycomb bag. I think that'd be pretty nice. Let me see. I'm gonna read you out what I have here. The Holger sweater for my toddler in Hello Stella yarn. That'll be a fun one after I finish the cloud sweater, I think. It's nice to have a variety of things on the needles, like if you're doing something hard, it's nice to have something easy. If you're doing something in my own yarn, and then I like to have maybe something in someone else's yarn. What else have I got here? Maybe I'm still going over the idea of the Ainsley sweater in a potential yarn for the shop, but I would like to do it, but I just think it's going to be kind of intense. So I'm not sure if I can do it. Yeah, so that's all really I've got to show you this time. I would like to show you as well some things that I dyed this month. So I'm gonna do that. This month's update is with Hearth Sock. So I'm just gonna fly through these super fast. Mulberry and Dark Wildflower and Mid Wildflower. Hearth Sock, I should say, if you don't know, is 50% BFL, 50% Jacob, and it's worsted spun. It's quite a round yarn and it's suitable for socks because it's high twist, and there's no nylon in it, and it's non-superwash, so also good for garments, also good for shawls. I've even steeked with it. So 3 colours, and then we have these 3 go really nicely together. Actually, this is a new colourway that I just made up. This is Basalt. It looks so nice. And then I have Marina and Maritime. Those 3 together are lush. Then I have Moss, Mustard and Emerald Isle. Do you like the way that I'm making little colour stories here for you of them? And I have final 3 colours. I think I maybe have one more colour than this, but these are mainly the colours. Fireside Embers on the top, and Cognac in the middle, and Peony Rose here. These 3 are so nice together. These would look really nice in a Stay Soft shawl, would they not? Anyway, that's what I have this month. The update is Wednesday night, that is the 26th of June, 8 PM UK time. And yeah, I'll try and show you what these all look like together. The light's really nice at this time of the evening, and I'm going to try and hold these all up for you so you can see what they all look like together. Here we go. Ooh. So I'll have different dye lots of, each colourway. Oops, it's all fallen to the ground now. Sorry about that. So this is a kind of short and sweet episode. I hope you don't mind that. I haven't got much knitting done, unfortunately. But next month, hopefully, I'll have a little more. Although I'll be starting to dye advent calendars next month, so I can't envisage having that much time to spare. My own advent calendar has sold, I think about 75%, 75%, 2/3 of it has sold out. It's a pre-order. It will ship in October, but if you did still fancy getting one, there's still some left there. It is 12 20-gram minis of my natural sock base. That's a BFL Cheviot one, and the theme is a few of my favourite things which is really fun. And I'll put a picture of the artwork somewhere here, and I'll put a link to where you can buy that in the description below. And yeah, a massive thank you to everyone who has signed up to my Patreon account. It's such a lovely space and I'm really enjoying making videos over there, and yeah, it just feels like a really chill, nice space to make work for. So I'm super enjoying that. I'll put the link below in case you want to go check that out. Thanks so much for joining me today, and until next time, bye.